for football now from Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you're with us. Out is the rookie from Greg's alma mater. That's Andres Borregales to get us started. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by their quarterback, the veteran out of Auburn. It is Jarrett Stidham.
You know, as crazy as it sounds, Mike, it's just so funny how things can change in the NFL. There was a time not too long ago where Jarrett Stidham was viewed potentially as the heir apparent to Tom Brady in New England. Now, we all know that certainly didn't work out that way, but he is a smart quarterback, and he will give his team a legitimate chance to win as long as he does his part.
He finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
That is caught outline on the RPO.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for the Broncos. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Patriots' 33-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Stidham. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And he's in. Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Will Lutz now for the PAT. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 40. Still going. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous The block extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. So now, after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Johnson now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Look at the run, and this is Travion Henderson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. The Broncos have Marvin Mims. Oh, not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
The long snapper is going to have to shoulder this one, Mike. I mean, this one falls flat on his plate. He put his punter in a really bad spot, and he wasn't able to bail him out, and disaster strikes.
The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time, and they'll look to cash in following that blocked punt, as they're going to start with 1st and goal. Harvey is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Broncos are able to extend their 1st quarter lead.
13, Patriots 2.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the count.
The 29-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Douglas in motion. Off the play fake, here's May. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, New England.
First down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
17 more yards.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
32-yard line.
Again, it's Henderson, and this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
May to throw on 2nd down. This one not quite on target. Too much, and that one falls incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. Throwing is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Pats are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Off play action. Here's Stidham. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is Christian Barmore in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Ran a shotgun. It's Stidham. Look at him. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. but this is taken in by a teammate.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a first down.
13 yards on the play. And the Broncos first down. First and 10.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll step up and run. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
16 more yards.
A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 48.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On first down, it's Harvey. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and a yard. They send Sutton in motion. Again, it's Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll run the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On the give, it's Harvey. Strong running there, inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 29, here's second and 1. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Broncos.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 17-yard line.
So after 1, it's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Stidham to throw. And he'll take it on in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and When you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Patriots 5.
So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They're trying to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On the ground, here is Henderson. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down.
Well, maybe he's counting a little bit, Mike, on this defense being in pass mode, and maybe you can catch him off guard with the run call. In this case, the defense was ready for all of it. They hold them to no gain. They're going to have to bring out the punt team.
Here's Bryce Baringer now, and remember, his first was blocked. To return, it's Mims. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Stidham. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. A play fake. They'll throw with Stidham. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On 3rd down, it's Stidham. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
On the play. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's caught once again by Ingram. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
There's no more
Brings up
efficient
2nd and
play
4
in the NFL, Mike, than the
44-yard
play-action
line.
passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He'll try to throw again. Here's Stidham. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Third and short. Here's Stidham. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's going to keep it himself. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
A gain of 24 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Back to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Second down and 3. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic, there hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
May gonna hold on to this one. And he will have a Patriots first down. Won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3. But that mark shows. First down.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for one extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. DJ Jones in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
The problem with some of these long developing plays is that it really forces the quarterback to hold on to the ball. They tried to hit him there with that big shot downfield, but the protection, it's just not able to hold up, and they're able to get home.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and They were able to make the completion.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they forced fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Robert Spillane spills him there.
Yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. A play fake now. Stidham. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Stidham. They'll look to set up the screen here. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 43-yard line.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Drop play here for Harvey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go play action here with Stidham. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
What's his kick? Is good. And the Broncos add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's May. He'll find the rookie 3rd-round pick, Kyle Williams. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
9 yards.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Stidham. That's caught right side. It's Franklin.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Second down, they need 7. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. Open man downfield, that's Ingram. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Rather shotgun. It's Stidham. That's taken in by Franklin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 3rd and 2. Stidham to throw. He finds Mims. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stidham. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
2nd and 10. Stidham to the air once more. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, we see quarterbacks sometimes, they don't want to admit defeat. They want to extend these plays as long as possible, but you got to know when the party's over. Throw it away, live for the next snap. The last thing you want to do is put the ball in harm's way.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. May gonna look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's gonna be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Douglas in motion. They'll go play action with May. Look wide, get this one complete, and he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
It's a gain of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And the Patriots first down. A gain of 1 yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
From out of the gun, here's May. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
A run, and this is Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is May. He'll get this out to Henderson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And in motion, it's Diggs. They're going. It's May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, New England.
On play action, here's May. That complete to Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the jet sweep with Diggs. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw now, May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Patriots ready for the punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 29.
That one good for 29.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st down, they'll stick with Harvey. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. A run once more, that's Harvey. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Broncos first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Handoff now for Harvey. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
At the 28-yard line.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
That's swung out to Harvey. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, they need 3. On the ground, this is Harvey. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
3-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Trying to punch it in with Harvey. Good blocking, and he's in. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Patriots 8.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's May. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
May to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. And it's an incompletion.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Broncos offense and Jarrett Stidham headed back onto the field, and he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On 1st down, it's Harvey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
That's good.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
A gain of 6 yards.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor... Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Things not looking good. But See if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 22-yard line.
2nd and inches. May quickly out to Diggs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's now 3rd and less.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Patriots, first down. 2 yards on the play.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
11 on the play.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Douglas in motion. On 3rd and long, here's May. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert it.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. First and 10 now from the 36. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On second down, Harvey. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Out of shotgun, it's Stidham. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Crazy. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Here's May to throw it on first down. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
To throw on first down is May. Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
42-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is May. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
Harvey. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Sometimes you just have to keep it simple. You don't need to overthink things on 2nd and short. Give it to the big guy behind you, send him crashing forward through the line, pick up the first down.
Stidham gonna throw on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 2nd down, it's Stidham. A throw over the middle going to be caught by Franklin. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Broncos.
Broncos.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Harvey. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Denver first down.
Broncos first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Give him 10 more on that one, and another first down.
First down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. A run with Harvey. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Christian Barmore on the stop. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last shot to get it in the end zone, and this drive will begin with first down. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's May. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. New England going to take their second timeout, and the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He'll go underneath to Henderson. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
At the 39-yard line.
Second and 7. It's the tight end Henry in motion. On 2nd down, it's May. Oh, a loose football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we say so long from Denver.